SCHENCK versus US 1919. The roles will be played by the following.
Sarah will be playing the role of Officer Jones. Milena will be playing the role of the judge.
And Kendall will be playing Schenck, the protester.
You're under arrest. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Go.
Wait, hold up. Don't I still have freedom of speech?
We'll take this to court and find out.
The year is 1919 and America has begun the draft for World War I. We are here today to decide if Schenck's conviction for criticizing the draft violates the First Amendment right to freedom of speech. First, we will review the facts of the case. First, we'll hear Officer Jones' side of the story.
Espionage Act essentially made it a crime for anyone to convey information intended to interfere with the U.S. Armed Forces prosecution of the war effort or to promote the success of enemies. Anyone found guilty of these acts are subject to a fine and a prison sentence.
Thank you, Officer Jones. Now we will hear the defendant, Schenck.
I was protesting one day about how the draft for World War I violated the 13th Amendment prohibition against involuntary servitude, and I urged the public to disobey the draft, but advised others to participate in only peaceful actions of protest. This was how I decided to exemplify my First Amendment right of freedom of speech.
But that still goes against the Espionage Act.
The Espionage Act is a clear violation of the Constitution due to it abridging my freedom of speech.
Order in the court! After much consideration, the court has decided Schenck's conviction constitutional. Although the citizens of the United States are guaranteed freedom of speech, Schenck's actions promote harm and danger to the government and have a potential to negatively influence the citizens of the United States in their decisions.
Alright, so that was basically the case. Now we're going to give a brief summary.
Okay, in 1919, Schenck was arrested for protesting the draft for World War I and promoting banning of the draft.
Although every citizen has freedom of speech, under the Espionage Act, people cannot promote anything that has the potential to harm the government.
When the Supreme Court decided this case, Schenck argued that this act was a violation of his First Amendment rights. However, the Supreme Court ruled that the Espionage Act was set in place for the protection of the government and not to remove civil liberties.
This case is most well known for setting boundaries on freedom of speech. Today, people can have their own opinions, but if it is seen as clear harm or danger to the U.S. government, then it is considered not included in the rights to freedom of speech.
Thank you for joining us today for SCHENCK v. United States. Peace out.